What if I told you most of your bad decisions were made hours before you made them? You sit down to work, maybe just 10 minutes, then you check one notification, 1 turns into 3, 3 turn into a YouTube video you never meant to watch, then somehow you're learning why medieval knights slept in 2 shifts. An hour disappears. You never woke up thinking, today I'd like to sabotage my own goals. So why does it keep happening? Why does doing the right thing feel so much harder than it should? What if the problem is not your discipline? What if you're playing a game that was tilted long before willpower entered the match? Ayana Koji notices it. Jinwoo trains inside it. By the time willpower finally shows up, the odds may already be against you. Most people think they already know why they keep failing. It's discipline. Case closed. Missed the workout. Discipline problem. Did not study. Discipline problem. Ate the entire family-sized bag of chips while watching productivity videos. Definitely a discipline problem. It's a comforting story. If you're the problem, the solution is to try harder. But every failed restart starts feeling like evidence about who you are. And you've already tried harder. Think about how many times you've restarted the same habit. Monday motivation, new month motivation, birthday motivation, January motivation. Motivation can't be the whole problem. You've had plenty of it. Why does the same motivated person keep getting the same result? Look at the strongest version of Jinwoo, and it's easy to think, that is discipline. But early Jinwoo was exhausted, scared, and overmatched. Someone with every reason to quit. Reducing his growth to determination ignores everything surrounding that determination. When we fail, we assume the explanation must be character. Marcus Aurelius repeatedly warned that our first judgment of an event is not the event itself. Failure looks like a discipline problem, so we treat it like one. If discipline were the whole answer, trying harder should solve the problem. And for most people, it does not. Maybe the real battle is not happening where we think it is. Most people think discipline's tested when temptation appears. That is the instant, right? The cookie, the notification, the snooze button, the YouTube rabbit hole waiting to convince you that learning obscure facts is somehow productive. At least, that's what we've been taught. But the moment we rely on discipline is often the moment discipline is least reliable. You're tired, distracted, bored, or stressed, and still expect perfect judgment. Self-control changes with your energy, stress, and surroundings. Yet, we wait until the situation's working against us before asking discipline to take over. Nobody reaches toward their phone and thinks, I'm now entering a battle of willpower. The notification catches your eye. The recommendation looks interesting, and the distraction gains momentum. You're no longer choosing from neutral. You are interrupting something already in motion. Each loss produces the same conclusion, I need more discipline. So you place more pressure on the point of temptation and always get the same result. Ayana Koji studies what made the move possible. The easiest battle to win is often the one prepared before it begins. If discipline becomes less reliable during temptation, what determines whether temptation becomes a battle in the first place? This problem is difficult to see because you usually assume you understand your own behavior. You checked your phone because you wanted to. You skipped the workout because you were not motivated. You procrastinated because you were tired. Case closed. But psychology offers a less comfortable explanation. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman spent decades studying how people make decisions. A major theme in his work is that human thought does not always begin with slow, careful analysis. Much of our behavior starts before deliberate thought fully catches up. The mind can experience the result before it has clearly understood the cause. How many times have you found yourself scrolling and then explained it afterward? The explanation sounds logical, but explaining a choice does not prove you consciously started it. You cannot question something you never saw. This is the reason Jinwoo's interface is so unusual. He can actually see the forces acting on him, the quests, the rewards, the penalties, the stat screens. We only see the outcome, not everything pushing him toward it. When other people look at behavior, Ayana Koji looks for causes. When other people judge the action, he studies what made the action likely. Once you look beneath the decision, behavior becomes less random and more predictable. What if familiar forces are shaping your habits every day, unnoticed because they're always there? The question is no longer whether you're being influenced. It's what is doing the influencing. Those invisible influences are not neutral. They are changing the odds long before willpower arrives. Psychologist Kurt Lewin, one of the pioneers of modern behavioral psychology, argued that behavior is a function of both the person and the environment. Yet, we praise discipline for success, blame character for failure, and erase the conditions surrounding both. Behavior happens inside conditions that change what feels natural, visible, rewarding, or difficult. Jinwoo's growth shows what happens when those conditions become visible. His transformation looks like pure effort from the outside. But that effort is not happening inside chaos. It's happening inside a system that rewards action, punishes avoidance, tracks progress, provides feedback, creates consequences. Every day, the structure points him in the same direction: growth. Now, imagine the reverse. Imagine a system designed to make distraction, comfort, and avoidance effortless. Would that shape behavior too? Of course it would. The environment does not need to force a decision. It only needs to tilt it. A small tilt repeated every day eventually starts looking like personality. Maybe you were not losing because you lacked discipline. The phone beside the bed, constant notifications, endless recommendations, and automatic routines each seem harmless. Together, they shape your behavior every day. We're trying to win with willpower while living inside systems that make losing easier. So, if the game's already tilted, what do you do about it? A common reaction is, if my environment is shaping me, then I'm not really in control. But control does not require eliminating influence. It requires noticing what is shaping you, then choosing what receives access. Jinwoo's daily quest did not remove difficulty or supply motivation. It returned every day, whether he felt ready or not. The structure did not do the work for him. It made the right work harder to avoid. You can spend years trying to become more disciplined without asking what your environment encourages. Your phone setup, workspace, social circle, and routine all favor certain behaviors over others. Some support growth. Others make standing still feel like progress. One simple way to apply this is the 20-second rule. Make a good habit 20 seconds easier to begin and a bad habit 20 seconds harder. That small change in friction can alter what you do automatically. For example, if your phone is on your desk, reaching for it takes 1 second. If it's charging in another room, now you have to stand up, walk over, and retrieve it. That tiny delay may not sound important, but it creates enough space for a conscious question. Do I actually want to check my phone right now? The same principle works in reverse. Want to read more? Leave the book open on your desk. Want to practice guitar? Keep it on a stand instead of inside a case. Want to exercise in the morning? Lay out your workout clothes the night before. You are not changing who you are overnight. You are changing how easy it is to act like the person you want to become. When the right action stops requiring a daily argument, consistency no longer depends on winning the same fight every morning. Ayana Koji understands this. He does not waste energy pretending he operates in isolation. He studies the environment and adjusts his actions around them. The person who understands the setup has an advantage over the person fighting it blindly. Freedom does not mean living untouched by the world. It means becoming more selective about what gains access to your life. The goal was never to become someone with unlimited willpower. The goal was to stop making the right choice unnecessarily difficult. The bad decisions were not made only when you opened the app, or skipped the workout, or hit snooze. The process started earlier when distractions remained easy, when good habits remained difficult, when the systems shaping your behavior went unnoticed. So many people keep trying to become more disciplined while leaving the setup untouched. Growth is not just about making better choices. It's about making better decisions easier to make.